Hi, in today's video, we're going to cover one of the basics of SuccessFactors, which is picklist maintenance. This video is a couple of years old, and you can tell that by the dated homepage, but the functionality itself is still largely the same. So let's dive in and look at what SuccessFactors Picklists have to offer. Okay, this is going to be a quick video. Today we are going to spend a little bit of time talking about pick lists in SuccessFactors. This process used to be a lot more cumbersome than it is now, but over the last year or so, the pick lists have all been updated and are now more easily maintained. And so I will take you and show you where we maintain pick lists now, which is a Picklist Center. So I just type in up here, Picklist Center, and away we go. As you can see here, all of my pick lists are listed here. And if I just go, let me just grab just some random, let's go with blood group, whatever that is. So I'm going to select blood group. And you can see, okay, just blood type. And you can see all of the different blood types here are listed. And so you can go in and drill in and look at one of these blood types in particular. Again, very simple and straightforward, this whole process. So you can see the external code, label, status, non-unique external code, etc. I'm going to cancel out of here, and I am going to now go back to Picklist Center, and let's create a new pick list. I almost always, when I'm creating a pick list, I'll just start with the beginning of time, which in SuccessFactors systems is January 1st, 1900, because there's really no reason, for the most part, that we will effective date a pick list. Usually just they are what they are. So I'm going to just do a really simple one here. I'm just going to call it seasons. And I'll give it a name. And you can see here, if I wanted to, I could have a parent pick list for this, and that would just mean that you would map a specific pick list where it would filter down these particular pick list items based on that parent pick list. So an example would be if we had countries and provinces. So the provinces could be a child of the parent pick list of countries. But we're not going to mess with that right now. We're just going to create a new pick list. I'm going to press save. And now I'm going to go in and create the entries for my pick list. And so I'm just going to put in summer. And the label will be summer as well. You can have, so your external code would typically be something that you would not want any spaces in. And so that's about the only guidance I would give you. External codes, for the most part, can be as long or as short as you want them to be. But this is just in cases where the label doesn't have any spaces in it, I think that the external code can be the same as the label. Now, one important point here on the label is if you're in a multilingual environment, please enter the changes before. Okay, so I have to finish out the changes before I go any further. If I don't do anything else, the non-unique external code will stay the same, or will get populated the same, and then these values down here, we can pretty much ignore them. So I'm just going to hit create, and you'll see here that I have created an external code and a label of summer, and then you can see here that I have only the default in the US English assigned so far. So now I will go back in, and all I'm going to do here is just show that I can click on the little globe again and get to the translations. So now I would just click on the globe, and I would be able to maintain for other languages. I'm going to skip over that for now though, and I'm just going to finish out my example here. And now I've created my pick list. You'll notice here that we have display order set to alphabetical. If I wanted to, I could change this to numeric, which of course would not apply here, but then custom would also be something that we can use. And for custom, you can set up a specific sort order if you want for that as well. Okay, that is how I can create new pick lists. And of course, over time, as these pick lists evolve, I may need to make changes over time. So I can go in, I can inactivate. I can't delete pick list values, but I can go in if I need to at a later point in time, and I can make that value inactive. And which means that, of course, from that point forward, no one can choose that specific pick list value. It's no longer available if you go and you try to choose it from the dropdown. However, if there is a record that already has that value, it will stay there in the employee's record, so it won't cause the record to get messed up. That is pretty much all there is to creating pick lists in the new Picklist Center. Of course, when you are done, once you have your pick list, then you will take your code and you would assign it to your field. And if you're doing this for an employee, you would do in managed business configurations. If you were doing this for an MDF object, you go under configure object definitions. But I have separate videos that really talk through how to assign pick list IDs to different fields. So we'll skip that for now. For now, though, hopefully you can see it's super easy to pick lists this way.